if you're showing somebody posing, like you've actually done shows and posed and worked with bodybuilding coaches who have taught you posing, and that's why I don't get when people like just my thought process goes like if I'm gonna get a posing coach, like how much posing have you done? You know what I mean? Like what poses have you done? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like why would I go with this random dude who comes up to me and then like he has done one show. You know what I mean? Probably his posing sucked too then. You know what I mean? Like I mean, because who kills it unless you're like really into bodybuilding and you've been practicing your whole life and looking in the mirror and doing all this stuff and flowing and then like who goes and kills a bodybuilding routine, their
Mm.
first routine, you know what I mean, in their first show as an amateur? Probably not very many, you know what I mean?
I mean, it depends, I guess. There's
Totally.
top trainers
Yeah,
that have
top
never
trainers.
competed in bodybuilding.
Yes.
There's top guys who pose who have never posed or competed in bodybuilding, and they have a lot of professional clients.
Yeah.
So
Like
it's like,
knowledge. Yeah.
well, here we are, another episode of Paradise Pump, and the cast is all here. I was gonna say we got some stuff. We were talking about the last show, but maybe doing some updates to the set once again. It's gonna look really cool.
And happy belated birthday. Speaking of the
Oh
Oh
yes,
last
no,
show,
yes. Happy
yeah, we
birthday.
happy belated. We
Yeah.
did have a lay for him,
And
probably why I
and
called it
everybody
I
quits.
saw
know.
that,
I
and I
know.
sent him the picture,
Right.
but that lay died, unfortunately. So,
And that's
but
okay.
it's
Don't worry.
okay.
The thought, it's the thought that counts.
It's
Cupcakes were
okay.
good, by the way.
Oh, I appreciate it.
So, anyway, yeah, there's gonna be some stuff that we're gonna be doing,
Dude, we
some
say that
different
almost every
changes.
weekend.
No, what? Well, and I actually do.
We do. Look, we upgraded.
We know we upgraded. We have the other camera, but then we're having issues with it. So right now we still have the two. But I did say camera, and then I do have it. See,
You ain't
a
lying.
man of my word.
He ain't lying.
Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but I do
Come through.
complete
Yeah,
what I say
yeah.
I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
He does. He
And
does.
I don't give timelines. I just say I'm gonna be doing it. I didn't say, oh, by October 31st. I just say this is what I got coming up.
Very
See?
smart. Very
Keeps it
smart.
open. So if I do it in 3 months, hey, I still did it. That's how I like to work because yeah, I don't like strict dates. I mean, I can do it, but I like to kind of free flow with it.
I'm there with you.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, what's going on today,
Not
John?
much.
You
Yeah.
got any stuff that
Yeah, no,
I
just
know I hadn't seen
hanging
you
in
for two
there.
weeks.
Still all natural and feeling all natural.
Still
but I
all
lift
natty.
weights.
You said you did some cardio.
I did
Did
cardio.
you take my word for it on that last
I
podcast
did.
about
I
doing like 3
did.
to 5 times or something?
And it made me reflect and have a self-realization. And I was like, you know what, man, I got to start throwing cardio in.
A little bit.
Yeah, for
Sprinkle
sure.
it in
Yeah,
there.
no,
Pepper it
definitely
in
get
there
the
a
heart
little
rate
bit.
up, because you do. Today was kind of like a leg focused, full body day, but leg focused. And when I do legs, I mean, my heart rate gets up. You know what I mean? But I feel like nothing substitutes cardio. You know what
Wait,
I mean?
how many
Yeah.
days a week are you doing jujitsu?
2 to 3. Yeah.
Oh,
And I
I
lift
mean, you
either
get
2 or 3.
cardio in that, which
Yeah,
is
for sure. I
good.
get cardio in that.
Same.
Yeah. Actually,
No,
that's it's weird. I don't know how to explain the cardio in jujitsu. It's like a spurt, and then you kind of relax a little bit.
But
But
then if you're doing cardio on top of it, it just helps supplement your
yes,
endurance.
and it helps.
So I'm
It's
just
probably better
saying.
for jujitsu too. But I feel like in jujitsu, it's almost like the heart rate goes up because of almost like anxiety in certain
well,
situations, or kind of like you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like
I
somebody's on your
mean,
chest, and you're like, oh my god, trying to
it
get out.
it's different,
Yeah.
obviously, Mel, but you do get your heart rate up for sure.
Oh, big time.
I mean, it definitely
I've
it
almost
does.
thrown up once.
I'm just saying it's a form of cardio,
It's a form of
is what I'm
cardio.
saying.
Yeah.
It's going to
You know
be a
why
form of
Mel's
cardio.
Mel's a
You're
boxer,
getting your
that's
heart
why.
rate. Right. That's
They do
boxing.
cardio.
I
We
mean,
did a
they were
lot of
selling that.
cardio.
They were selling that shit
Yeah.
on videos in the 90s,
Yeah.
man. Boxing videos, Thai boxing,
Taibo.
do Taibo.
But on
That
top of my competitive
cardio.
boxing, we had to still do a lot of cardio 7
Oh,
days a
boxers
week.
love to run,
There
yeah.
was long days, there was short days, there was hit days, there was like all kinds of cardio incorporated with that. So, I mean,
Well, I think the big difference, it's funny how boxers always run typically, right? They run. Jiu-jitsu guys don't. They don't run. They don't. But what's funny about jiu-jitsu, it is interesting what he was saying was it's different than boxing because jiu-jitsu, you can trap or pin and take breaks.
Yeah.
You get rest periods.
Yeah, kind of like apply pressure. and just
Yeah,
kinda
so you don't have
put
to keep
somebody-
on moving.
Yeah.
Like I feel like in boxing, high level boxing, especially
Constant
you're
movement.
constant moving. You're moving your feet. You're adjusting. Just you can there's moments where you literally can just be stopped and be
I mean,
like
you could be in the
holding.
corner and holding, but
Yeah,
with the weight that they're putting on you, or if you're in the corner and you're just dodging like punches, it still takes a toll. So
Oh, for
that's
right.
why
sure.
you do need to increase your endurance level like exponentially
Yeah.
to get through.
So how come boxers mainly choose for cardio endurance mainly choose running?
Quick on the feet, especially you're gonna notice from I'm just speaking anecdotally. Um, Once you start taking body shots, your legs get weak. You lose your
I never
legs
really
from
thought
under
about
you,
that. Yeah, that
and
makes sense.
So you want to have a lot of leg endurance.
mm-hmm,
I see. I
I can
see.
see like
yeah,
running and jumping rope. It's kind of like, like when you're
Well,
boxing,
jumping
you're on
rope
your
makes sense
toes. You know
yeah.
what I
because
mean? You're
this
kind of
it's
moving your feet real
coordination
quickly and
too. Yeah.
stuff. So I can see how running and can kind of help that. It's like a functional movement for boxing, I feel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
try get hit a couple of good times and even padded with gloves, get hit in the midsection a couple of
Mm,
times. You're gonna feel your legs disappear under you. You're gonna be like, holy fuck, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
interesting. Yeah.
It's a weird feeling. And if you lose that,
Well, yeah. You lose your legs, you lose the fight.
hmm
Yeah.
I
No,
mean,
definitely.
you're done.
For sure.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Hey, I was this will be definitely a topic for Mel, but I was talking to one of my buddies today and he was saying, he was doing Ozempic, and I guess somebody gave him I don't know, somebody gave him some advice or told him how to take it. And I don't know if he did the research on his own or not. It sounds like he didn't, but he was doing 2 milligrams a day
a day. Whoa!
daily.
God damn.
Yes,
I don't even know
and
what
this
that
was advice
is,
that he
but
Was
had
he
gotten.
fat and obese?
No,
Like,
he's like 10% body fat guy.
mm,
man,
And
why
he
is
was doing because he was gonna do a show, right? So he was like, and his prep, he's like, oh, let me get on this. And he said, I was like, wait, daily? He's like, oh yeah, he said 2 milligrams daily. Now I don't know the other side of the story because I'm like, I asked him who gave him the advice, and the person that gave him the advice I actually know, and I was like, doesn't sound like he would say that. That sounds kind of crazy. So maybe he took it wrong, but it was 2 milligrams a day, and he said he was doing it every day, and he said he did it for like maybe 10 days and he was bloated, his stomach was jacked up, he was having the runs, all kinds of problems. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, did you not even I think the high dose is 5 milligrams once a week,
that's
I think.
and
And
that's
insane.
that's the
for
high dose
obese
for
people.
obese, right? So I'm like, you were doing 2 milligrams a day. Are you out of your mind? I almost feel like maybe the guy might have said,
14
do
milligrams.
200 micrograms a day. Maybe that's what the guy was trying
Yeah.
to tell him, right? And he took it the wrong way because that would make more
Yeah.
sense. 200 micrograms a day.
For sure.
I mean, daily doesn't
Micrograms.
make sense anyway to me because that
Yeah.
thing is only recommended to do once or twice a week. But I was like, man,
That's why
what's going on?
I'm not like a huge fan of Ozempic. I mean, I work construction and the owner of our company, he's a really big dude. And he was on Ozempic recently, and I don't know if it was from the Ozempic, but he had the runs, couldn't
Mm.
control his bowel movements, and then like he lost weight though. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, yeah. I
but
mean, you get the runs
yeah, but
anyway.
then he had like this rash too that he just came out of nowhere. So I don't know if that was like a side effect from that, but yeah, I'm kind of like wondering like whatever just happened to like clenbuterol and some cardio,
We
you know?
just talked about that.
We did. We did. We did
I
talk about it.
personally said that clenbuterol last week was a little overrated because it does cause
She did.
tachycardia and does downregulate your beta 2 receptors and all kinds of other stuff that I'm not gonna divulge because I'm not a doctor. However, as far as using Ozempic, there's a time and place for everything. You do too much of it, might not be good. You don't do enough of it, then it's not going to work for you. So, like, as far as getting yourself into something that's still a little bit borderline between medicinal and UGL, you really want to do your homework in between because if it was made for obese people with diabetes, you got to understand their health conditions versus somebody who's healthy who
Yeah.
just wants to use it to take the edge off. Of
Right.
course, you're not going to take the full dose or like a recommended dose, or you would want to go ask a few other people. We talked about it before. There's so much information readily available online at your guys' disposal, but at the same time, you have to filter through a lot of bullshit.
for
But
sure.
you'd find like somewhere in between, like a happy medium, like, oh, this is what majority of the people have been saying. Okay, that's probably the general consensus. All right, let's go dig a little bit
Yeah.
more before I introduce this foreign object or thing into my body and get some sort of adverse
Yeah.
reaction. But
See, I'm one of those people too, where like I always like I like to try things, you know. I mean, if I was still competing, like, you know, maybe if somebody like sweet talked to me, I might do a little Ozempic. I don't know, you know what I mean?
man, it's
But
smarter, not harder
yeah,
nowadays. Not every, and I can speak for a lot of them. A lot of these people are doing it. And stop lying. Don't be like, oh, we're just diet hard, old school, old fashioned, embrace the suck. Shut up. You guys are on the stuff, man. You guys are on the
yeah.
and some type of GOP thing.
Yeah, that's
So
why I can honestly say for me, I've only tried clenbuterol. I've never tried Ozempic. But clenbuterol worked for me, but I mean, I don't know anything that all that stuff Mel just said, just I'm not a science guy, so it flew over my head. I know it worked for me, but at the same time, I did like one time almost feel like my heart was like gonna pound out of my chest and I was
Okay.
gonna have a heart attack. It was at Kopilani 24s, and bro, I forgot like I took the clenbuterol, so I took 2 scoops of my pre-workout, and
oh
I was just
wow.
like,
Wow.
Oh yeah.
and I was like,
No shit,
in
dude.
there
That's
doing
funny.
legs and like just like
2
oh my
scoops
god,
pre-workout and
and I was just
cleanse.
like oh my
Fuck.
god, like you know,
That
and I
was
was
the liquid shit too, wasn't it?
oh yeah, it was a liquid
Yeah,
shit,
that shit's
yeah,
ridiculous.
and then you can't really like gauge it, you
Yeah,
know, because
the
it's like just in a
mercury in
straw,
that
you
thing,
know,
Yeah,
right?
and it,
so you gotta really gotta either pull it out in a syringe and be like okay, you know what I mean, or just like kind of like you know like yeah,
Wait, was it? Where was it? Was it here? I'm trying to remember where it was. One of the girls here. This is a while back, and then she had the liquid cleanse, and she didn't know what she was doing. She read it wrong, and she
yeah,
took I think it's 200 micrograms
A whole
per
dropper.
dropper, and I think she took like 2 full drops or
yeah, what
something.
the fuck?
yeah,
Yeah, and then they had to call the ambulance
oh
and
for
stuff.
sure,
Like she was like,
yeah,
I mean, she
freaking
was
out,
fucking, yeah, she was all
felt
jacked
sick,
up,
guaranteed,
having issues, felt all weird, fainting, all messed up, and
yeah,
yeah, we're like, what the hell did you do? And it was like, oh, she said it, and I was like,
yeah.
what? What are you doing? She's
And
like, oh, I thought that's what the thing was, but it was like,
And I
no.
feel like that's where bodybuilding goes to the unhealthy side is like the clenbuterol, the diuretic, you know what I mean? I don't know, insulin, like, you know,
Hmm.
steroids, I feel like might kill you in like 50 years from like high cholesterol, maybe, or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Enlarged heart or the
yeah, that type
left
of stuff in
ventricle.
the future,
Yeah.
maybe if you do abuse it, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? But I feel like the clenbuterol, the insulin, all that kind of shit could just
Well,
kill you right
diuretics,
away.
those are the things that definitely kill people. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, for sure.
diuretics is probably throughout the years, diuretics is probably the number one
Yeah.
that has killed just the average bodybuilder. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember even like one time, the first time I took a diuretic, my coach gave it to me and I took it. And then I woke up in the morning and I was like, "Oh my god, I can't move. I'm cramping." And I
Yeah.
called him. I was like, "Dude, I can't. Fucking my stomach's cramping. My abs are cramping." He's like, "Perfect." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "What?" Like
Perfect.
that. He's like, "That's perfect, man. You just drink a tiny bit of water." And I'm like, "Okay." I was like, but that, you know what I mean? But some people,
Yeah.
I guess that's their thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That they take
Tiny
it to
bit of
that level. You
water.
know,
If you're at the point of cramping, you're a little bit too late for a little bit of
right?
electrolytes
You need
and
the
some
mustard or
water.
something.
You need
Yeah.
some
Mustard
a
packet.
little bit more than mustard and salt at that point.
Yep. That's
But
true.
yeah, but I feel like yeah, Ozempic. Yeah, I'd probably try it. I mean, if I was really in the zone, like I'd try anything,
Yeah.
honestly. I've taken a bunch of trend, but I don't know. It's like, you know, so it's all good. Yeah.
Is your friend
Yeah.
better now? What's
Oh
going on with
yeah.
him?
Yeah. He's good now.
So is he
Um,
totally turned off to using
well,
GLPs?
I guess so, because and again, I don't know what his knowledge is of it, but he was like, yeah, it causes damage to your organs.
So
He was saying
fucking
stuff like that, and I was like,
I mean, he probably caused a little bit of
okay.
damage
I'm
to his
talk
like,
to
organs.
yeah,
himself.
I'm just like, okay, it's all good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I think, like I said, I just think that he got the wrong advice or he misunderstood the advice. You know what I mean?
I mean, on
Yeah,
top of that,
So,
we're
for
adults.
and
sure.
that's kind of
You should
why.
be doing your own research. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because he'll probably see this podcast too, because he does watch it.
Yeah.
So so I hope he does. But but it's just like, yeah, like you got to make sure, because again, then this isn't the first time, because some people will say 200 micrograms, And
Yeah.
some people will say 2 milligrams, or right? Like,
Yeah.
people get these things confused.
Yeah. It's confusing. It
Two
can be.
milligrams or two. They'll confuse it, thinking it's milligrams, and it's
Yeah.
micrograms. And so you've got to make sure that you understand
Because what is
what
it? Was
someone
it
is saying.
100 micrograms is 1 milligram? Or like in
No, 1,000
Thousand.
micrograms is
milligrams?
1 milligram.
Okay. And then
Right. So a
one
thousand
gram
micrograms,
is
yeah,
one
is the same.
100, 1,000 milligrams.
Yeah.
So 1 gram
So
is
so
1,000
one
milligrams.
gram is
Okay.
1,000 milligrams.
Milligrams.
Right.
Yep.
And if you guys don't know how to math, like I said, there's resources right at your fingertips. You guys can go on a calculator, Google
Siri.
search it, or even use peptide calculator to figure out how to do it properly. I'm not advocating the use of peptides or anything like that. I'm just saying there's resources right here at your thumbs. Peptide calculator.
Yeah, because people measure, even measuring with insulin syringes, some
Yeah.
people have had
Problems.
confusion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I'm
I get a
saying
little
use the
Right.
confused.
peptide
Well, not
calculator.
not no, not just by how much to do, but they're confused.
Yeah, like I'm saying, the peptide calculator
Go ahead.
shows you what
Yeah,
syringe
I've been
to use,
confused.
like the
Yeah, no, I
point
know.
0.3, point
I
0.5, or
You
1
were the one
ml.
who showed me that,
Yeah,
which, I mean, it's great.
or
I
1
I would
cc.
just do it in my head, but again, like I said, you you gotta almost take a picture for people and be like, here, let me take a picture of what it looks like.
Draw to
That's how much
here.
you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
What were
Not
you
like,
saying, Jed?
oh,
The When I was first started messing around with GH and insulin, I didn't know. So, when I do way I mix the stuff, when I did 5 units of GH, that's the 50 on the syringe. Like,
mm.
okay, got it. So 10 units of insulin must be to the 100.
See, that's crazy.
That was
That's
that was a
scary.
bad day for
That's
me.
scary, dude.
You know how
Yeah.
much powdered fucking Gatorade I went through?
Yeah.
And
I think the
then,
most I ever did was
yeah.
like 50, but that was because I made a mistake. I had my GH insulin syringe preloaded and
Yeah.
my insulin
Yeah.
syringe.
Yeah.
And for some reason I had 50 on my insulin syringe still, because I would just do like 10 at a time.
Yeah.
And I reuse that thing. And I accidentally grabbed it, thought it was my GH, for some reason, and I nailed it. And it has that Band-Aid smell, right? So I nail it, and then I go like this, and then I go, oh shit. And I could smell the Band-Aid smell. I was like, damn, that was insulin. And I wasn't like prepared for it, right? And it was fast acting insulin. So of course I'm like, oh, 50's not too bad, but definitely like
It's more
Oh
than
no,
you
that's
you
Alarming. It's
you
alarming.
definitely need to be like ready. So I went and got some bunch of juice and stuff, and I was like, okay, let's start get some sugar going in here and load it up, and then it was okay. I was fine. I didn't crash or
you're like a
anything.
water
So
balloon after.
a little bit, yeah. I was kind of bloated, but
That's why you take a Sharpie and mark the bottom of the
yes,
Yes.
with an
yes. I
eye.
used to do
Yes.
G or A or
Yes.
I, but sometimes you just forget it. I'm good, and then you just blow it off. So that's why, yeah, yeah. You don't always want to get complacent. I mean, that happens sometimes, right? You
Yeah.
just get because you're doing it so often, you just get tired. Like, ah, fuck, whatever, man. You just start doing your stuff because it's like daily. You're doing these things daily.
See, I've done that with BPC 157 because like I've read all these different doses you're supposed to take. Everybody says all these different doses.
Yeah.
So I just pumped 2 mLs of 2 cc's of backwater into the little bottle, and I was
Yeah.
just like, each day was something different. I was like,
Oh, you're just doing different every day.
like yeah, and I was just like
Like,
blasting away. I was like, I
you're
probably
like,
took way too
whatever.
much, but I was like, man, it's if I
Well,
take
yeah,
too
you
much of this, it's
probably
not that
wasted some of
bad.
it,
Yeah, you
but
know what I mean. I
yeah,
probably like maybe I don't know how it works,
because there is
but
there is a max,
yeah,
like your
a
body can only
threshold to where like
utilize so
yeah, it's like
much. Yeah.
protein. It can only process so much of it, type of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, well, everybody's different with that
yeah,
protein. We talked about that, but yeah. So
yeah,
it's kind of like, hey, if you got unlimited funds and you got 50 bottles,
yeah.
have that.
But I
You know
had
what I
like
mean?
10 bottles, and I went through that in like a week. So that's
Wait,
probably
Holy
yeah,
what?
shit.
yeah.
Okay, that was a little too
What,
fast.
Yeah, it was
10
like 10
bottles in
little
a
bottles.
week?
BPC 157.
dude?
Yeah, my back felt better though.
I bet it
Because when
did.
I
10 bottles in 1 week.
yeah, no, well they're so
Oh my
small, you know.
God.
You
Well,
put two little
they're
CCs
five
in there,
milligram
you just
bottles
go boom,
usually.
one
They're five,
insulin
and it's
syringe, the
usually
bottle's
five
like
milligrams a week. typically.
Is that what it
Yeah,
is?
it's about
It's about
5
5
milligrams,
milligrams a
3 to
week.
5
So
milligrams a
it's
week.
about a bottle a week.
Yeah.
Because that was when I like hurt my back when I was spotting that military kid that was
Wait,
detention.
wait, John. Wait, are you fucking with us right
No,
now?
I
You
swear.
went
I
through 10
promise.
bottles in one
Yes,
week.
I promise. Yeah, it was maybe like 8 or 10. Eight to 10
Did you
on
have
there.
stomach issues? Sometimes people will get stomach
No,
issues from it.
dude, you know what's funny is like I had better bowel movements. I felt like I had like
How do you go through 10?
longer,
Wow, dude.
slimier logs, you
Did
know?
you reverse age?
Huh?
Did you reverse your
I know I
age?
remember Benjamin Button, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Bro,
like no,
10 bottles
yeah,
in a
no. I mean, because
week.
I didn't know. I was like, man, fuck it. This
Wait, so
isn't
you
like
were
it's not
loading
gonna
a
kill
bottle a
me.
day.
I'm
You're doing
out
5
there.
mg.
Like one insulin syringe, the bottle just drains. You know what I mean? Those things are so
Yeah,
tiny.
I
It's
mean
like a little
they
like
say usually like maybe like a high dose of like say you did a gram a day.
yeah. How much backwater are you even supposed to put in one of those little
It
bottles?
depends.
About two usually. Most people
About
would do
2
two.
is the average. It depends on what,
Yeah.
like I
See,
said,
so I had that
peptide
part right.
calculator
Yeah.
Yeah.
helps out a lot.
And if you do a
Yeah.
gram a day, say
Yeah.
if you wanted to go on the high
And then I'm
end,
confused about the
500,
insulin needles because I
500.
only do steroids at the time. You know, I'm just that's my first time ever using an insulin needle. So I'm like,
Okay.
fill
See,
it
but
up.
that
Looks
there,
kind of
that's what
small.
we're saying, right? That's what we're
Yeah, you know
saying.
what I mean? I don't know. So I was like, yeah,
Because typically, I mean, they do sell insulin needles in different sizes, but usually it's the one with the 100 millimeter,
yeah,
1 cc,
Point
yeah.
3,
right?
point 5, and
See, I don't
1.
even know.
Yeah.
I know it says
And
like
it's
the
just
little
1 cc basically is what it's
is the whole needle.
equal to.
One
It's
cc.
yes, 1 cc. So when you're
Wow.
filling up your bottle, which you did two mils,
Yeah.
which is two cc's, right?
Yeah.
Then that instant syringe would have been just 1 cc.
The
That
1
whole
milliliter
thing,
ones is 1
Yeah.
cc's.
huh?
The 1 milliliter
One
is 1
milliliter,
cc.
yes, is
If you
one
use the
milliliter,
point 3 and the point 5s, they're usually
and the 0.3, 0.5, right?
they're
Yeah.
And most people don't use those.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I
Most
don't.
people.
I don't use those.
I don't
I
use it.
mean,
It's a waste,
allegedly,
man.
allegedly,
It's a waste.
Yeah.
I
You know
know
what I
about
was? You know what I
those.
was taught,
It's
Mel,
not a
early on
waste.
is a guy I learned this from a
Go big or
bodybuilder.
go home.
No, he said, "Hey, if you ain't filling up them 3 cc's, you're wasting that freaking syringe." I was like, you're right, man.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, but no, but that's actually a saying. I knew
Yeah,
somebody said,
no.
if you're not filling that thing up 3 cc's, you're wasting that syringe. I was like, I got you, bro. No, but I only use 1 cc's, insulin syringes. Like if I'm doing anything, that's what I'm grabbing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't buy those 30s and 50s.
There's time and place for everything, like I was saying, and some people need to use just a little bit. So
Yeah. No, I mean, it makes sense. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, because I remember
I
I was
just,
desperate too because my back was fucked up and I was trying like rehabilitation stuff. I was using the reverse hyper, you know what I mean? I
oh
was like
yeah.
stretching
yeah.
and
Yeah.
then my back felt better. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. No,
Mm.
BBC is, I mean, hey,
Yeah,
you could have stayed on for 10 weeks
I
with the bottles
know.
that you had,
I know, right?
and it probably would have been better
Way
for you.
better. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. But hey,
Now I know.
but
Yeah.
10 bottles, that's, yeah,
Knowing is
that's
half
kind
the
of
battle.
pricey. I mean, you got 10 bottles there, dude.
Yeah.
That was
It's
pricey
about
for 10
$400
weeks.
maybe or
Yeah.
so.
Stuff does get pricey though, honestly, all the
I
yeah.
mean, it's yeah, for 1 week.
Oh,
Yeah.
and that's the disclaimer with peptides, right? It's at to use at your discretion. I mean,
Right.
it's for laboratory use only, right? Not human consumption,
Yeah, yeah.
apparently. That's their caveat,
Even though
right?
so many people are using it, and there's even I know that there's one here on the island, or at least one or two of them that you do the whole IV thing, and they load you up with NAD,
I did that
and they
several
do
times. I love
BBC and
that stuff.
TB. They load it up, right? And you
Man,
sit there in the chair for 45 minutes or whatever,
Hmm.
and you have a massage chair or something, and you
I'd
music and
love to go do that like
I
right after
love that
this.
stuff. I did it frequently, a lot.
right.
And even before peptides were popular, I was doing
You used to
IV
do
drips with
that, the IV treatment.
glutathione and all the good stuff inside of it,
Yeah,
besides the Myers cocktail stuff for hangovers. So, like when you're not feeling well or starting to
you
feel
go
under
in
the
there.
weather, or like you're feeling a little bit run down, stressed out. I mean, I really like using IV places. I've been doing it for over 10 years now. So, even upon traveling as well, upon like landing,
Hmm.
it's accessible in places like Las Vegas, especially for people who get
Oh, you
hangovers and
see it all
stuff.
over in Las
Yeah,
Vegas.
so
There's
and
a
Yeah.
it's
lot of
cheap.
it.
It's way cheaper there than it is here. So I
I think that's
usually
what
do
like
it.
Diddy, right? He used to do that like after they would party for 3 days. He'd have everybody on like fucking
IV.
Yeah.
IVs.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've never done it. Do you think it definitely makes a difference? Yeah.
Absolutely. That's why I've been doing it for over like
What
for
about
10
okay, what about
years.
somebody who who's not hungover, who just trains, is
Yeah, like I'm
healthy.
saying, I don't need to be hungover to do it. I would
Yeah.
just do it to feel better because
Yeah.
of the concoction that they put inside of it.
And I feel like a lot of times with those types of things, it's like not a necessarily like it's like caffeine where you feel it, you know what
No,
I mean? But it's like it's good for your body and it's good for your health and you're doing something
Yeah.
healthy, you know? Yeah.
Well, they also do the one I know they do with all that, right, Nat, and they do the I guess ketamine one. They do low
That's
dose
a little too
ketamine.
crazy for
Well,
me. Yeah.
no, they do it.
Yeah.
wow.
It's a yeah. I have a buddy who on island. He goes to this place and
Because I feel
they
like,
get it done.
yeah,
And
ketamine can be kind of addictive, I feel.
it's yeah, it's really low amount that he takes, but
Yeah.
I guess it's for, depression, anxiety, whatever else, right?
Yeah.
And so he just kind of like sits there and does the thing, I guess. I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Interesting.
interesting.
I do it
Yeah.
for like I've never done it because I was hungover. I always done it because why not? You know,
Yeah.
help get the edge.
Oh yeah.
Um, all of the vitamins that they put in it,
Yeah.
NAD, glutathione, and all the vitamins. Like I
That's
said,
vitamin K, ketamine.
Vitamin K. Yeah, it's a
Right?
different K. Yeah. Ketamine. You ever done it, Jed? No, you ever did the IV thing?
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't do it. Yeah, I
No.
did the
ketamine.
which IV?
Or just what, like the NAD, the
No, not
PCT,
that
like
one. I
all
haven't
that
done
stuff.
that.
Jed's done
But I
Wait,
mean,
ketamine
which one have you
and
done?
we've done them for hangovers and stuff
The
before.
hangover one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Myers cocktail.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll just say we used to have some buddies that had access to things, and so if we were out all night, he would show up that morning and make sure people were okay.
the things, yeah.
What a good buddy.
Yeah, good
The
buddy.
Good
things.
buddy
You're
to
sitting
have.
there, he puts his drip on the little hanger and
yeah.
sitting there on the couch, right? Like
Yeah.
homemade shit, right?
I may have allegedly experienced something like that in my life before, homemade.
Homemade. Oh wow. Okay, right on. Yeah, I never, nope, never did. So,
Nah, these guys
nope.
come to your door.
Oh yeah.
If you pay
Okay.
the money, they come to your
Oh,
door.
okay. I've
Yeah.
actually heard of that.
hmm
Yes, I have.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've
So
gotten
you
like a
just,
drip in the hospital when I was like super
I
dehydrated.
mean, yeah, I've done that.
I mean, that works definitely. I mean, fucking made me feel
Just
awesome in
that's
like
just a
30
straight
minutes,
IV drip.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
a sodium magnesium
Yeah.
Saline.
pack or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was feeling like fucked up and that thing made me feel like immediately better almost. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, when you're dehydrated, like really
And it'd be good
dehydrated.
like right after the show, when you're on stage from the diuretic shaking, like,
Yeah.
and then fucking just get the drip after
Oh, you
something.
feel like a
Have those
million bucks.
It
backstage,
depends
Million
man.
though. See, but
dollars.
you can. It depends on which diuretic you take, and I'm not advocating for taking diuretics or need to know, but um, certain certain diuretics, whether or not they're potassium sparing or like what
That's
have
true.
you can't just take a IV bag to rehydrate. It could be more deleterious, and you guys can do your own research about this. But there's been instances
With
of
the potassium.
old
Yeah.
old bodybuilder that had given the wrong thing and ended up dying from
Damn.
Yep.
potassium.
Because the potassium
Yep.
imbalance, it can stop your
Yep.
heart. So,
I remember hearing some story. I forget who it was, but they were talking about they're in some kind of European country, some bodybuilder. It was what's that guy, the coach who everybody was dying from? The like Dallas
Kelly. Oh,
McCarver, all them
oh,
dudes.
not
Chad.
not Chad Nichols.
Yeah, Chad Nichols.
Was
I
it
think
Chad
that was the
Nichols?
guy,
Okay.
Dr. Kevorkian, and they were calling him or something. I don't know what they were calling him, but I think it was like him, and he was coaching somebody, and they're in like Europe, and then they had to like literally sit in a bathtub of ice. Maybe it was Ronnie Coleman even. I
Oh
don't even know,
wow.
but it's like
Coleman used to be coached by him, I think.
Yeah,
yeah,
he was.
Yeah.
yeah. So then like I feel like they're in Europe. I remember hearing the story and that he was overheating to the point where like he was gonna die,
Hmm.
and then like they went to the hospital because he was sitting in a bathtub of ice, nothing was working. And it was something like that. They were going to give him some type of potassium, like hydration thing, but the coach knew, like, he's like, no, don't do that. You know what
Because
I
he
mean?
told him what he was
Yeah, this is
using.
what's going on. And they're like, oh, but
Oh,
they just like almost killed him right there,
hmm
Yeah.
yeah,
It's kind
because
of
they would
scary.
have. Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
know what's going on, right?
Yeah. So it's
hmm
crazy. That guy, I mean, he produced a lot of good bodybuilders, but I guess it's like detrimental to their health.
Diuretics. If
Yeah.
you
Well,
don't know
they're
what you're
winning.
doing,
They're winning titles.
Yeah.
I mean,
is it
I
worth the
mean,
he can.
titles?
No,
have you,
I'm not saying it's worth it. I'm just saying he did his job.
yeah. I
I
mean,
mean,
have
if
you,
somebody wanted to win, I mean, he got him to win.
true.
At what cost? I'm just saying he did get him to win, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
I
not saying it's
mean,
right.
I just saw Chris Bumstead post this recently. It was in an interview. I forget who was
Yeah,
interviewing. You saw
I
that?
seen that. Yep,
Yeah,
that's
I
good.
remixed it and put it on my story and on my page because it was like he was like, yeah, that's the reason why I retired is because of my health. He's like, I
Yeah.
have a family and like bodybuilding just made me unhealthy, and he's like, I'm just focused more on health and like wellness, and it showed this like little bit of footage of him training after, and he's doing like box jumps now and like he farmer
Yeah.
carries and like,
Oh
Yeah, but
yeah.
he's
you
going to
know,
come out with a health
yeah.
and wellness product line after saying all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can honestly say, like, remember when he was like getting all swollen that one time before the Olympia, and he like had all this water, they couldn't figure out what was going on, and his kidneys were all
Kidneys. Yeah.
failing, and like,
Kidneys. Yeah.
And
dude,
he's
like,
got Crohn's too, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
So that's not make that doesn't make it any
yeah,
easier.
yeah. But I mean, bodybuilding, I feel definitely, at the high levels can be very
It's not
unhealthy.
healthy at all.
Yeah, it's not, dude. Like even peak week at the amateur level, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
for sure.
dude,
For sure.
like you're
Yeah.
so unhealthy, you know what I mean? I mean, you look so
There's
healthy, but I
there's
mean, in
risks.
reality, yeah, you're like really unhealthy, And I feel like, I mean, even since I've stopped bodybuilding, I feel like my skin got better. I feel like I get better sleep, I feel like I'm a better person to be around. Yeah. Like you see people in here like peak week and they're locked in and like you like, what's up, man? They're like, don't fucking talk to
Walking
me.
zombie.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Or they're just like fucking in this like zone. And I get it. I was there too at one point, but yeah, like I feel like bodybuilding mentally and physically, if you do it for too long, it can be detrimental to your health for
Mm.
sure.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. I would agree with that
Yeah.
statement.
And according to the 6-time Mr. Olympia, Chris Bumstead.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not the only one.
Yeah, I
There's
know.
been a lot of
Dorian
bodybuilders.
Yates.
Dorian Yates, the same one. Yeah,
Dude,
he's the
yeah.
same
Dude,
way
he's doing
too.
like functional training now. I seen him.
Yeah,
So
he
it's
does
like,
like yoga and
yeah,
functional and
rides his
stuff.
bike and shit. Yeah.
Yep. And he just stays, maybe I think
Yeah.
right around 200 pounds, something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
bodybuilding is amazing, and those guys, like, I mean, they still love bodybuilding too. I'm sure they go to every Olympia, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But at the same time, it's like, ooh, like if you start getting bad blood work back, are you just gonna keep going? Fuck it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
right.
Yeah,
I think as far as for their age, Milo Sarcev still looks really great for his age
Yeah.
I haven't
compared
seen
to
what he
like
looks like recently,
oh
but I know who that
he still
is.
has abs and
Oh no
everything as
way.
well too. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you think his heart, kidney, and liver are doing?
He's a big advocate for getting blood tests and all of that stuff
That's
too.
good.
He's super huge
That's
on
one thing I
that.
didn't do much of, honestly, when I was competing was get blood work until after that last time. Remember Mel? And I contacted Mel when I got my blood work back. I was like, oh shit. And I was like, all this stuff is all fucked up, Mel. What's
Your
going on?
numbers are bad.
Yeah, um, creatine can honestly throw off your blood work too, though. I mean, if your doctor doesn't know anything about just
Mm.
creatine intake and they just look at your blood work and you just take 5 grams a day, they'll be like, oh my God, your liver enzymes, your kidneys failing.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah,
Or
but
even having a to work out a hard workout before even
yes,
like the day
that's what I
before or
did.
the day of before your test, it's gonna show up in your blood work
Well,
as
they
well
a lot
too.
Yeah.
of the doctors who know, they'll tell you like don't work out for 2 days prior.
Yeah,
They'll say
usually.
just
See, I didn't know
don't
that.
do any workouts for like 48 hours. Don't do anything so we can get the correct
Dude,
numbers,
I did legs that morning
Oh,
here.
geez.
Yeah, and took a pre-workout and creatine,
Oh man, your
and then I went
numbers
and
were
got my
all
blood work
jacked.
done. Like nobody told me not to work out.
How
You know
was
what I
your
mean? I
numbers? Like
said, yeah,
really bad.
Elevated
yeah, it
high.
was,
Yeah,
yeah, my
really
bun
Wow.
bad.
level. Remember I sent you the results?
Oh, your bun was
My
really
bun
high.
was messed up. My
His
like all that.
kidney and liver markers are
Yeah, you know how it
high.
has like that zone where it's like green and
Yeah.
that's where you're supposed to be. My shit was like over here. Yeah, and
So
the
you
leg
you
day.
had to go back and do it again.
I had to do it again, yeah, and
And
it
it
was
was
a
way
little
better.
more normal
Okay.
than but still not the best. But yeah, but it was the creatine too that like the doctor wasn't aware of, because he's just a regular doctor.
Mm.
And I told him, oh, I watched this YouTube video and they're saying that creatine can throw this off like that and make these numbers off. And then he was like, oh, well, yeah, that's true. And I was like, well, shoot, if I had a doctor who knew about like physical fitness and bodybuilding
Yeah,
and
that'd
Yeah.
make a
supplements,
difference.
it might have been a
Yeah,
little better for me at the time and not
that's the
filled
problem.
me with anxiety.
And also too, if your kidney parameters were like very questionable, they would call you back in immediately for another test, one that's a little bit more in depth,
Yeah.
rather than just testing, like the
Yeah,
normal blood
because they
level
can
panels.
do. You're right, because if your GFR and stuff is like really bad, they can do a specific
Yeah,
another one very specific for kidneys
correct.
Yeah.
to see because the one that you get is
Very
kidneys are on
blanket.
there, but it's all these different
Yeah, and
things.
your
Yeah.
EGFR number depreciates as you age, kind
Yeah,
of.
everybody
Yeah,
typically does
Yeah.
anyway,
yeah.
right? As you get older, they look at your age.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're this age, it should be somewhere in this range. If it's way low, it's like, whoa,
I think
okay.
what was it called, cystatin C or something
Yes, that's
that
the one
they
that
look
I have to
like
look at
definitely if it was your kidney that's causing problems.
for sure.
Mm. Yeah, so something to look at for
And if you had
sure.
messed up kidneys or signs, like what, like frothy piss and like,
Your eyeball
yeah,
color.
your eyeball color, all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, yeah,
Yeah, well, those are like, yeah, the typical, but I don't know. The whole frothy urine thing, I guess.
yeah.
I don't know how accurate that is though, to be honest.
I mean,
I mean,
I feel like it's accurate.
It could be like a first, one of the first few indicators where you should be like, okay, am I,
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure. Especially if
yeah.
you flush the toilet and then the bubbles are still there. You
Well,
know what I
that's what
mean?
it says,
Like,
right?
yeah. So, like, if you flush the toilet and the bubbles go, supposedly, that's when it's a, oh, okay. It was just like you're
Well, but
dehydrated a little,
okay, but say, yeah. So if you're, your GFR, you're at 70 or something like that, you could have that every single time. Then, if you're at 70.
What is a
Um,
normal GFR? I mean, I
well,
know my
it's
GFR,
like
I
Yeah,
forget.
it
90
depends
and
with your
above.
age. Yeah,
It's like
above
Yeah.
90 and
90.
above
Yeah. I
typically
think
is
mine was like
typically people are
69.
90.
That's, I
That's
think,
not that bad.
So
yeah.
70. So
Yeah.
you're basically at 69, you're
Yeah.
considered kidney disease is what they would
Yeah.
consider
No,
you.
for sure.
It's would be considered stage 2
Yeah.
is what you'd be considered, right?
Yeah.
But you would have like frothy urine
Yeah.
at
Or like,
70,
yeah, dark
like
colored urine,
daily.
maybe. I don't know.
Like daily, it would be frothy
Yeah.
urine. I mean,
Yeah.
but then if you drank a ton of water on that day, say,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be as bad.
Yeah.
So
True.
those numbers are kind of you gotta like we were saying, you gotta get a real specific test for
Mm-hmm.
your GFR and stuff if you really want to know your
Yeah.
number. Because typically, I think in those blood tests, that number varies a lot,
Yeah.
and sometimes it's lower than what it
Yeah.
really is.
Especially
Hydration
if
has
you're
a
like
lot to do with it too.
taking creatine,
Yes,
even.
and
Yeah.
your water intake and all that stuff too.
For sure.
Like if you're not drinking enough water, your number could be low. It could be 10 points lower sometimes,
Yeah.
just from your water intake being off. Yeah.
Yeah.
So but it can scare people. I mean, it'd be like, you
Oh, for
got
sure.
stage 2 kidney disease, or there's freak you out, right? Like, oh my
Yeah.
God,
For sure.
I'm gonna be on dialysis in like a year. No, like
Yeah. Yeah.
you gotta watch and okay, you need to cut back on your meat intake and your protein. They start getting all
For
crazy,
sure.
right?
Yeah. No,
But
definitely.
no, I
However,
mean,
there's the other set of people who have all of these red markers and they're like, ah, fuck whatever. If I die, I die.
yep,
At least I
yep.
died doing what I love doing, like drinking alcohol. I don't know, whatever your vice is.
Yeah.
Eating bacon. I don't know.
Well, the people who get diabetes, right? Type 2 diabetes,
It's my
typically,
dad. Yeah.
the minute you get type 2 diabetes, I mean, you gotta watch your kidneys,
Yeah. My
like
dad has a kidney
huge,
doctor.
because that will kill your kidneys.
Mm.
Type 2 diabetes will kill it so fast. And a lot of people, and I just know of, well, I'm gonna say a lot, but I do know a couple people that had type 2 diabetes and just I'll just take the pill, my
Which pill? Like a
metformin,
metformin, right?
or I'll do my insulin shot and I'm good. And
Yeah. They
they
don't change their
didn't
lifestyle.
change a whole lot
Yeah.
because they were getting their meds. And then oh, kidney busted up real bad.
Yeah.
Shit. Now you got to change everything.
Yeah.
Now you're eating like a fucking bird.
Yeah. For sure.
When your GFR is down in the freaking 30s, it's not good.
Yeah. Not at all.
You got to cut out so much, and your protein intake's got to be very low, everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Plus, with diabetes, I feel a lot of people that have type 2 diabetes, they have a list of other things too. They have high blood pressure, they have high cholesterol, they
there's
have
a lot of numbers that
all
go up,
these
a
things
lot of
that, like, I
markers.
mean,
Yeah.
that go hand in hand and not necessarily that they correlate with each other, but you're living this unhealthy lifestyle and
Yeah.
that lifestyle causes all of that, you know?
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
gets inflamed.
Yeah. And then
Yep.
it's like even the high blood pressure, even with like steroids, right? From my understanding, I mean, that's a lot of times
Yeah.
what messes people's kidneys up too, right? Is the constant high blood pressure and
Hmm.
their
So
kidneys
this
just,
is where Ozempic would come into play. People like that,
yeah,
it
for
would
sure.
that would be helpful. Have them stop eating as much, get them
Yeah.
on, regulate their insulin. Like
Yeah.
that would be good for
My dad
people
took
like that.
Ozempic. He lost 40 pounds. And I mean, I
Was your dad
noticed
overweight?
he was diabetic. He's type
Okay.
2 diabetes. And he was like, I would consider him obese because I mean, what, 30 pounds over your BMI or
Hmm.
whatever is fucking obese, right? Medically, you know? So if you're 30 pounds overweight, you're obese,
Over
people.
your
Yeah.
Yeah.
BMI.
over your BMI. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. So I
Yeah.
mean, it helped him lose weight. And at one point, I didn't know he was taking Ozempic, and he was like never hungry. He was like, we'd be eating, and he'd be like, just eat a little tiny thing, and I'd be like,
Perfect.
are you all right? You know what I mean? And then I found out from my sister he was taking Ozempic, and then it all made sense. But I mean, it helps him,
Yeah.
and he doesn't have like crazy diarrhea. So I mean, I don't know. For some people, maybe it just doesn't work, and other people's it does. I don't know. Got to try it out.
Yeah, it's just crazy how there's a chain reaction, like you gain all this weight from bad choices, bad food choices, not exercising, and then type 2 diabetes, and then kidney disease, and now kidney can't filter, so now you're getting gout, you're getting high blood pressure, like you said, all these other things that is just it just goes like this. It's like branches, right?
Yeah.
And then basically you don't live to see 60,
Yeah, for sure.
you know,
Definitely.
it's just
That's why it's like I feel like I don't know, I kind of want to get back on TRT ASAP, and I
ooh,
probably will, but
TRT.
yeah, just like a little bit of test. But yeah, I feel like people who do steroids for a long period of time, I mean, if you're competing, then I mean that's what you got to do, right? I mean, but if you're just doing it to just so you can look good in the gym, I mean, hey, to each their own. But to me, I think that's a little bit like, it's like that's the obsession and the addiction, you know what I mean? Like, do you really, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, personal choice, but to me, it's just not worth
Well,
it,
when
man.
you
Yeah.
say, because you said TRT, but then you said doing steroids, which TRT is steroids.
Yeah, for sure.
What are you
Like
exactly
TRT is in
saying?
like maybe like 250 to 300
So
a
you're
week.
saying dose
Yeah. But
dose related.
some people are taking like 400 test, Masteron, and then like, for 2 weeks they'll take
Okay.
a little Winstrol
So
because
you're
I'm
referring to
going,
people that are taking
I
more
got a
than just
party coming up.
test,
Yes, for sure.
more than just
Like,
basic testosterone.
steroid
Yeah.
cycles. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Not TRT
Okay.
and stuff like that,
Right.
but like people who are doing steroid cycles, or even like, you see people like, they're like 50 and you're like looking at them like you're pretty jacked. Like that's not natural, Like
Mm.
if you're just doing that off a little bit of test, that's awesome and dieting and working out. But I hope you're not taking tests, Masteron, a little bit of Tren, and then maybe occasionally some Winstrol just for the fuck of it. You know what I mean? To me, like, hey,
Cycling.
eat to each their own. You know what I mean? But like I've experienced like little health complications due to steroids where it kind of scared me enough to like not want to continue doing huge steroid cycles anymore if I'm not competing. You know what I mean? Yeah. But some people just keep doing that shit. I trip out. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if they want to look good, that's I
Yeah. I mean,
guess.
some
But
people do cocaine, some people do steroids.
or they do
Some
both.
people do
Some people
both.
do both. I
Yeah.
think.
Right. Yeah.
I
I
mean,
know.
hey,
Shit.
hey,
That's
whatever,
crazy.
whatever floats your
Party.
boat. I
Yeah.
don't
For
know if
real.
it makes you happy. I mean,
Look good,
Yeah.
feel good.
Yeah. For real.
we're all
Right.
gonna
Seriously.
die sooner or
Yeah, and
later,
that's
I
the thing
guess.
too, is like, we're in this industry that promotes health and fitness, but like, I mean, yeah, it's just so deceiving because a lot of people really are on steroids, and it's like just kind of sad because like a lot of the people coming up are like, oh fuck, man, all I got to do is do this and I can look like that, and like,
I don't think the use of steroids is bad. However, abusing steroids is.
yeah, for sure. And I think like abusing steroids is like if to me, if you're competing and you're doing them for some kind of sport, you're doing them for some type of something, you know what I mean? You're
Mm,
using them for a specific reason.
yeah.
To me, that's not abusing it. You're doing it for a purpose. I mean, if you're taking all kinds of crazy shit in crazy amounts, and that's kind of abusing it. But to me, if you're just going to the gym and you're just lifting and like you're not trying to sell a program, or you're not trying to, you know what I mean? Like people like that, like Mike Israetel, like that dude,
Well, he
Dr.
was
Mike.
competing.
He really got
He
into
was
it.
competing,
Yeah, you look like
but
shit. And like,
yeah,
dude,
I know.
he looked terrible. He looked horrible. And like that
Yeah,
was, and then, dude, did you see the footage of him recently? Fucking, he's
Yeah,
talking
and
about he wants to get
when he
surgery.
started to call out fucking
yeah.
Mike
What did
Menser
he
about it.
get? Oh,
Yes,
did you see
dude. And
Yeah.
Dorian?
Dorian Yates just tore him a new
Dorian
asshole,
Yates
dude.
clapped
Yeah.
back on that
Yeah.
one.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Because, dude, and that's true. What Dorian said, like Mike, that's how I've honestly, that Mike Israetel guy, I've heard him talk from the first time I heard him talk. I was like, man, this guy's bullshit, dude. This guy's a bunch of bullshit,
No,
dude.
I like some of
Like,
the stuff that he does.
yeah,
I
like
do. I like the stuff that he
I
does.
don't like his personality. I think he looks funny. I don't think he has a nice physique. I don't want to be like in the same room as him. Like I don't like his haircut. He has no hair. Like bro, like
We're
I
doing
don't.
haircuts today,
Yeah, like
apparently.
dude, like I
But,
just dude, I that
no,
guy
I like
like,
some of his stuff. I
and
like
then
some of his
did
videos.
you see like that recent footage of him talking about how he wants to get surgery, like
Oh,
his
he
waist?
did do surgery.
Oh my god.
He
So
did.
he went through
So
with
the
it.
love handles on his back
That's
fat.
the. I
He
think I
did the
saw some of
surgery.
that.
He did that. Yes, he did.
Yeah, I don't keep up with his videos too much,
And
but
then
I
he said
there
something
was
about
one.
his in between. He's like, in between my deltoid and my bicep, I have this fat. It just won't go away. So I'm gonna
Oh, so he's gonna get rid of that?
Yeah, so he's gonna get rid of
Oh
that. And
wow.
then like he's sculpting his body with surgery, trying to create this perfect physique.
I would do it too if I had the money.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm vain
Yeah.
like that. I would do it.
But for me,
Yeah.
If
I
I
feel
had the
like if you're
money.
bodybuilding, like I don't know, and you're trying to be serious about it, like how he is, you know what I mean? Like he really wants to turn pro. Like he thinks he can turn pro.
I don't
And it's
know.
like, dude, like yeah, dude, he's washed
Doesn't have
up.
the best shape, but
Yeah. But that guy, like, yeah, that kind of shit just kills me, bro. Like that guy is corny, mad corny. Yeah.
yeah. Well, you got to have them all, man. That's what's the
Yeah.
internet. That's what they get. They
Yeah.
got them all out there for everybody.
It's
Yep.
crazy.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Um,
with some of the information that he spews, like some of it's like what? Wait, what? But at the same time, with everything else, like we just talked about, there's
Yeah.
good and bad with the internet as far as
Yeah.
research, right? So
Yeah, for sure.
eat the
Yeah.
meat and spit out the bones with information.
Yeah.
Because Dorian was funny. He was like, "Yeah, it's just like a bag of shit is still a bag of shit, but it's just a bigger bag of shit
Yeah,
now."
for sure. He's like
He's
a bag
like,
of shit that gets bigger. It's
it
just a
is bigger.
bigger
It's a
bag
bigger
of
bag of shit.
shit.
And I was like, "Damn, Dorian."
Yeah.
Oh,
No, and he was even like, if you're just joking around and being humorous, then cool. But he's like, if you're serious, then I am in fear of your eyesight and your mental health.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
because
like,
Mike Isato was straight. He's like, I'm bigger than Mike. I'm
yeah,
stronger than Mike. And
like
I'm
bro.
like,
Mike
dude,
Mentor.
And
I'm
he said
like,
it
yeah.
with
dude.
And
confidence,
he
like,
said it with confidence.
yeah,
Mike
Mike
Mentor,
Mentor at his peak, bro. No, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Mike,
I mean,
he
yeah,
Mike
could
Mentor
never
at
be a Mike
Mike Mentor
Mentor.
at
no
his
way.
peak was really a good bodybuilder,
Yeah,
man. I mean, he was good.
he
And then
was.
people started to chime in about Mike Mentor being a weirdo
Oh,
user
I
of
know. There
drugs
was
and
people
all of
saying
that
he was
other
doing
stuff.
drugs at the end there and all
Yeah,
that, which could be true. I mean, whatever. But
No,
giving
he
blowjobs
was
for
hyped up on
drugs.
yeah,
amphetamines and
he was
stuff
on.
towards the
Yeah,
end.
yeah, whatever. I mean, that's probably true, but it doesn't take away
Take
from the
away,
fact
yeah.
that when he was a bodybuilder, he was a good bodybuilder.
No,
Yeah,
this was like
Yeah,
after.
yeah,
dude.
that
After all
was
that.
up towards the end. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
He
he
was smoking
trained.
a lot and doing all
Oh
that
no,
shit.
they have.
So
Yeah,
I seen those videos where he's sitting outside the gym smoking,
yeah.
like just.
and
Yeah,
he trained Dorian Yates. I mean, that's enough said, right? I mean, that's proof in the pudding. Like, he trained Dorian Yates.
What wasn't Mentor a teacher?
I'm not sure.
was he a
Wasn't he a
professor? I don't
teacher?
know.
Yeah.
Math teacher or something? Was it him?
He was a smart guy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read his book. He's a smart guy.
Even when I talked to Mike Dragno, I mean, he even kind of mentioned that because I was like, man, your style of training kind of reminds me of almost like a Mike Menser style. We kind of do it for an hour and we just fucking go crazy intense, kind of just warm up a little bit, then straight to like some heavy shit. And then it's like, it kind of reminds me of Mike Menser. And he's like, oh, no, yeah, I used to listen to that guy a lot and like watch a lot of his stuff. And like, you know what I mean? So I feel a lot of people like, yeah, really looked up to that guy who are really, like substantial people in the industry or like
Mhm.
have experience, and it's like that's why that Mike Israetel guy, I don't know, bro, just that the fact that he said that about Mike Menser and himself just shows how little he knows about bodybuilding. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
who
he's got this
knows? I
weird head
mean,
shape. It like kind of it's pointy here and
again,
then it
it's
kind
the
of comes out
internet.
right here. It's
But
like I don't know.
he is a doctor in sports something or
Is
another.
it
Yeah, he's
sports science or
It just
something?
goes to show you that all that shit doesn't matter, for real. Because
Yeah.
I don't know. Mike Israetel, I hope you see this. You're corny, bro.
I mean, I'm gonna if I had two people, if I had, the doctor of sports science and then I had Dorian Yates and I'm a bodybuilder, I'm gonna listen to Dorian
Oh,
Yates.
100%.
I got a good
100%.
question.
I'm gonna listen to Dorian Yates.
I got a
100%.
good question for all of you guys. If you guys in your peak or had a chance to, who would you, whether it be past or present, who would you pick as your training partner?
Training partner. Ooh.
Yep,
Not
training partner.
trainer, training partner.
Training partner.
Hmm.
For what, bodybuilding?
Yeah.
I mean, that's mm, yeah, I've
From
always
from
Trainer,
from any
training
era.
partner.
yeah,
Any
yeah, yeah.
era.
No, I would have to say it's okay, it's tough because I would say Dorian because I always admired his style of training. I used to do it, but
Damn, you're trying to die.
there's a problem with no, but there is a problem with that is that Dorian now admits that yeah, he
He's
should
a
have
little excessive.
backed off a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah,
and toned it down after a certain point. So if you had the '90s Dorian and he was your training partner and you were trying to talk some
Yeah.
sense to him, he'd probably be like, "Hey mate, beat it," and be
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit," you know. But then okay, but then the other training partner, honestly, but I think this is just for me, Kevin LeBron, baby. Full blown, baby.
Kevin
Yeah.
LeBron.
Yeah, Kevin LeBron. I would love to have been training with him.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
like the style. He had a good energy when he trained. He
Yeah.
lifted real heavy. I like that. And I mean, he always would be hitting shots. Like, he just looks so good. Training with a guy like that, looking at him after
Yeah.
the workouts, be like, damn, dude, I gotta get like
He
this,
looked crazy.
He looked crazy. So intensity wise, for sure, Dorian. Overall, I think just good all year round training partner would be Kevin LeBron.
And I feel
Yeah.
like I like Kevin LeBron. Like, I mean, that wouldn't be who I would choose, but I mean, I feel like I liked seeing that footage of him like in the off season where he got really small. You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, dude, this guy like fully
Yeah,
like
like
just
a
comes
buck
off all
85,
kinds of
dude.
stuff
He's
and
like a
just like
buck
yeah,
85.
and then like
Yeah.
he just blows up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? On prep, and you're
Yep.
just like, holy moly, you know what I mean? But I think for me, like not I don't know about training partner because honestly I like training with Kenny. Like that was one of my favorite training partners. Kenny, I don't see you anymore in here.
Yeah,
It's a shame. You know,
build
you've
out.
bailed on us for 24-hour fitness Kapilami.
And
Super
UFC.
lame. Yeah, and UFC because what all the chicks are there or
Yeah,
something. I don't know,
he's looking
man.
for fresh meat.
Yeah. But
I
I would
guess.
say like for a trainer, I like Charles Glass. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I like
Okay.
his kind of like
Old
stony
school.
vibe. I like the dreadlocks. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I like how he kind of
Charles Glass and all the angles.
he whispers things at you. You know what I mean? Yeah, he does all these weird angles, and he's like, "Yo, man, here, just put the pad down." Put the pad down on the bench and elevate the chest, you know, like that whole pad thing. It's just this little pad. You could just go buy a pad from anywhere, you know what I
I
mean?
know.
But he markets it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just a quirky, weird guy, and he seems really
Yeah.
nice. And yeah, he's intelligent. He trained Dexter Jackson, right? So I mean, I don't know. I feel like I would kind of go with somebody like that because I'm not
Okay.
really into somebody who likes to like get yelled at. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
What about you, Jed?
I don't know. Always watched all the Cutler videos when I was growing up into bodybuilding. That was the guy that I watched that got me wanting to start bodybuilding.
That would
So
be
I
a good
tried to
one.
follow. Still today, I do exercises that I picked up from his videos. Just certain weird ways he would do things.
Which
I would
videos?
all the Jay Cutler videos.
Oh, Jay Colors.
And so if I had to pick, he'd probably be one of the only people I'd actually listen to. So
Yeah.
Cutler.
No, and
yeah,
he had like
yeah,
a different style, I feel, of lifting
yeah.
too.
He
You
did.
know whatever muscle you targeted would be done
Like he
after
would
that
kind of like
workout.
swing a
Yeah.
little bit when he does
Yeah.
these kind of things, but I mean, fuck, his arms were gigantic and huge. So like whatever he
Yeah.
does worked. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I like that. Yeah, Jay Cutler, man, he had good videos. I
No, he
like
did.
the one jumping in the pool.
I had all of them, dude. I had all DVDs.
Yeah,
Watched them
right.
all the fucking time.
And he was a good businessman from back in the day. Like he had that garage full of T-shirts
He
and shit he
did.
was selling, dude. Like he hustled, man. You know what I mean? So he was like, I
Yeah,
feel
he
like
knew
not
how to
only a
market
good
himself.
bodybuilder, but yeah, he marketed himself
He
well. You
did.
know,
10 years from now, 15 years from now, people are still gonna know who he is.
for sure,
Like this, he's one of those names that's gonna be in there for a long time.
definitely. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
What about you, Mel?
Very unorthodox, but my two picks. My first one would be Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought we were talking about bodybuilding over
No, we're
here.
talking about any training
Oh,
partner.
okay,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Well,
Any
all
training
right,
partner.
all right.
First pick would be Bruce Lee, and my
That's
second pick would probably be Iris Kyle. She's a 10-time Olympian for a
oh,
reason.
yeah.
She has that mindset for it. I mean,
Yeah.
besides,
Jason Choi was really tight with him at one
yeah,
point. He would always be hanging out with Iris Carol and Hide in Vegas.
Mm.
And then
and
he started
because
Torture Gym.
because she's a female as well too, so she would have like a little bit of a that maternal,
Yeah, kind of
side
know
as
how it
well.
is to be a
Yeah,
woman doing this. Yeah,
especially a woman doing the sport. So, I mean, yeah, her, and then Dana Lynn Bailey would be another
Mm.
female that I would love to
Oh, yeah.
be my training partner with.
for sure.
Well, I definitely forgot to put in. I'll add in two more. So
Okay, go ahead.
Arnold, because fucking it's Arnold
Yeah,
Schwarzenegger.
and you
Hello.
might pick up a movie role
Yeah,
too while you're with
hello.
him.
I want to get into acting, Hollywood. I'm gonna go Arnold, and then hey, man, if you're going Bruce Lee, I'm going Chuck Norris, baby.
Dude, no, dude.
Chuck Norris.
Yeah, no. What people don't realize is Chuck Norris was like a real dude,
No,
man.
he was
Like
a world.
he
It
could
was a
fight.
world champion
Yeah, he was like,
kickboxer. He
yeah,
was.
he was
He was a world
solid.
champion
Yeah,
kickboxer. That was kind of a joke, a little
yeah,
bit, making a joke about it. But yeah, for sure, Arnold. Yeah, that would be another one. Like looking back now, you see what these guys have done with their lives, right? And you're like, oh man, like, could you imagine before they were that level of being on a personal level with them, training with them, being around them? If you were in their realm, right? You can kind of feed off of that a little bit
yeah,
and
for
get some of
sure.
that success that they
Definitely.
were going to be getting.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's kind of cool. I mean, if you didn't know it at the time, and I'm sure a lot of people knew that. A lot of people actually knew that Arnold was going to be somebody big
Yeah, for
just from
sure.
the personality that he had.
He had a
People
big
were like, "Oh
personality.
yeah, this guy, he's going to be something." Like
Yeah,
he's
definitely.
going to do something with
I feel like
this.
for me, if I can add one more in there, it would probably be like Ryan Terry. I mean, I love Ryan Terry. I thought this past Olympia was maybe his worst look of the past 3 years. He looked really good though, don't get me wrong. But like I like watching his content. You know what I mean? When you watch him on his YouTube videos, he seems like a really nice guy. He trains hard. And I don't know, it just seems like he lives a cool lifestyle. You got a nice car, you fucking pretty wife, family.
Hey
You know
man,
what I mean? I'm like, I could
all the Gen Zers are gonna love that answer. So
feed that off, feed off that. You know what I mean? I feel like Ryan Terry, yeah, he's just an all around like solid dude.
these are
Like he's the
yeah.
kind of guy like you don't want to just train with. You're like, oh shit, you want to go grab a poke bowl after? You know, like it's like one of those. You know what I mean? Like some dudes you just train with them and that's it. You peace out at the gym. And then there's some dudes that you train with them and you're like, kind of want to kick it with this dude after outside of the gym too. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's the dudes that you just only lift with. You know what I mean? And I feel like he's that kind of guy you'd want to hang out with. You know? So yeah, throw that in there.
Hell yeah, no,
That's
hell
a good
yeah.
one. That's a
Yeah.
good one.
I mean, it would be so cool if you could like have different from different eras, right? And pick different training partners for different body parts, right? Be like, okay, Tom Platz for legs.
Yes.
Like we're going with Platz for
Yeah.
legs, Dorian for a back day,
Yes. I agree with those two.
Let's see who we're going for arms, like maybe like
Lee
Lee
Priest.
Haney. Lee Haney, maybe.
Lee Haney? You think
Yeah,
so?
Haney. Oh well, yeah. I like Haney's training style for
Okay.
arms. And he had crazy arms, dude.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I mean Priest is another one, but yeah, I think Haney
Coleman
for
for
arms.
chest.
Coleman chest, yeah.
Yeah.
He could do chest Coleman, or even Jay too. I think was
Yeah,
good
Jay had a
Jay Cutler had
huge
a
good on
crazy
chest.
good on
Yeah.
chest.
Man.
Shoulders, Kevin LeBron for sure.
Kevin.
Kevin had great shoulders. Yeah, just stuff like that. Or you could break
it down.
individual
What do you
for
think about
different-
like getting back to Tom Platz? Because I mean, I did men's physique. I trained my legs, but legs have never been my strong point. But what do you think about all those like crazy like not even quarter reps that he would do? You know, the
Yeah,
guy's like pushing down on it. He's like,
right.
like having convulsions in the chair. Do you
Um,
think that's beneficial, honestly, or do you think that was more for the video?
Well,
Was he just
he
crazy?
was what they call like going to failure beyond failure. I mean, it was like,
Yeah.
and when you talk about Mike Mentzer training, right, Dorian Yates training, the big thing is failure. And then what they would do is they would use the negatives, right? And they
Yes,
would do force
because
negatives.
that's the last thing to
So
fail
that
is
was
the
a big
negative.
thing. Yeah, like literally, and a lot of times, like Mike Mentzer would say, a lot of that growth, a lot of your gains were going to be coming from those negatives, the force
Yes,
negatives.
for sure. I could see
Yeah,
that.
not so much, pushing, but just definitely negatives. And so Tom Platz was like, well, it's like taking a shirt and like wringing it out, right? That's how Platz was like, we're going to get every
Yeah.
little bit of this
Yeah.
rep till we can't move anything
Yeah, my
at
set
all.
ends when I can't move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I don't know. I think some of that stuff was a little overkill. I think,
Yeah.
I don't know
Like, what
what
if you
he was
saw somebody
benefiting,
doing that
but,
on your leg machine here? You know what I mean?
um,
If you saw somebody
okay, if I
abusing
saw
your leg
somebody,
machine like
but if
that
he just
here,
had like
like your leg
regular
extension.
legs and he had like regular legs,
Yeah.
I would probably question it or maybe ask him. And he's like, well, I saw Tom Platz do it. I'd be
Yeah.
like, oh,
Just like
okay.
slamming the plates down on each
Well,
other.
slamming, I had a problem with that. I'm like, you can do that. You can do your crazy quarter reps.
Yeah.
Just don't slam my weights.
Yeah, for sure.
Just control your quarter reps.
Yeah,
That's fine with that.
definitely.
You want to do 50 quarter reps, go right ahead. But
50 quarter
hey
reps.
man,
Right?
whatever it takes, bro.
That's classic.
But
Oh, man.
I don't know. I mean, do I believe that there's some benefit to doing quarter reps and stuff? Probably,
I
I
think
do.
so.
I think there
I
are
think
there
there
are
are,
some.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
But again, I don't know. I think how Dorian trained, to me, that type of training was very, very effective.
Yeah, for sure.
Those
Get in there,
the negative
fucking
reps,
fuck
really
your muscles
controlling
up.
those negative.
Yeah,
Yes,
for sure.
just really breaking that muscle down,
Yeah, and they
breaking
wouldn't
that
do
tissue down.
there wasn't a lot of sets and reps, right? It was like,
No, it wasn't a
yeah,
lot. It wasn't a lot,
yeah. It
but
was just
it was
intense,
very intense, very effective.
for sure.
Yeah. And some people have other, like Jay, for instance. Jay would be the opposite. Jay
Yeah,
was training complete opposite of that.
yeah.
He was
Dude,
doing
Smith machine squat.
2 hour, 2.5 workout, 2.5
Yeah,
hour workouts, and he would do, 20, 30 sets for one body part,
yeah,
So that was more of a J style training,
yeah,
And you can't knock either of them because they
yeah,
were both Olympian champions.
for
So
sure. So it just goes to show there's more than one road to the goal. You know what I mean?
Or
You
yeah,
even
get a
like a
final
lot,
works for you.
we've talked about it before, how Branch Warren trained.
Oh,
Like not
God.
everybody can train like
and
Branch Warren either.
yeah,
In the
I feel
heat
like
too in
Branch Warren
Texas.
I feel like he was a cross of Tom Platz and Dorian Yates.
Yes, he kind of was.
He took both of those guys, and then that's what
All
you
day
got
And
with
long.
then
Branch
kind
Warren.
of looks like Mike Israetel. And then
Branch
no.
Warren was just intense. It was crazy. Like,
Did you guys see that Generation Iron? It was the first one that came out. Remember those Generation Irons?
Yep.
yeah,
I
I
think the
did.
first Sean Ray, those dudes that make those came down here. I remember, And but the first generation Iron, it was dude, that was like the shit. I watched that like 100 times.
Yeah.
And it followed all these bodybuilders around, and it followed Branch Warren. And it was
Yes.
like he was 1 week out from a show, and he's like, "Man, I don't change anything." He's like, "I'm still gonna get on my horse and ride."
Oh, and then he
And
fucking
he
hurts
blew
himself.
out. He blew out his quad.
Dude, and then and the horse like bucked him off, and he was like,
Hmm.
"Dude, when he hit the ground, it sounded like a brick hit
That
the
fucking
ground."
thunk.
And I was like, "Oh my god, this guy just that's crazy, dude." But yeah, that just goes to show the mentality. I feel, you know
Yeah.
what I mean, of those guys. Like they're kind of nuts, man. Like I don't know. I would have played it a little more
Uh,
safe and not got on the horse, but hey,
I
it's
guess
funny.
there's something to it, right? To get
Yeah.
to that
I
level,
mean,
you've got
so
a
if you want to
little,
train intense, you're obviously kind of an intense guy, you know?
little
Like,
bit. I think
yeah, you know
so.
what I
I
mean?
think so.
Yeah, all around. It's just, yeah,
Yeah. I
for
think
sure.
there's a side of that no fear kind of
Yeah,
mentality. I
for
think
sure.
you got to kind of have some of that
Yeah, no, definitely.
because some of the things you're doing. I mean, it's like, man, you could tear some shit up. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And you're
yeah.
just like, fuck it. Like if I blow out my freaking knee, I don't care. I'm going
Yeah,
until I can't move
yeah. I don't
anything.
even feel it in my muscle.
You
It's
know?
all in my joint, but
Yeah.
fuck it. Yeah.
Just exactly, dude. Like,
Yeah,
let's just load this thing up and just drop it to the bottom, bounce
yeah.
off the bottom, whatever. You
So
know?
I feel like some days when we would do chest, like me and Kenny would train with Mike Dragna, and we would go like hella heavy. You know what I mean? And like, I mean, fuck, I was seeing results, and I just it was a different training style than I would do all week. But you know,
Yeah.
Saturday would come around. I know it's time to train with Mike, and me and Kenny would train with even Tim would train with us too. And like, oh, bro, like talk about controlling the negative. Like
Yeah.
we would go till the negative fails. So I couldn't even
Yeah.
push it. He'd pull it up and it just drop right
Yep.
on my chest. And I'd be like, and I was
That's
like,
it.
yeah, and
That's
it was
it.
so intense, but like, I mean, I feel like, I mean, it worked. I felt like I got bigger. Even like when we were
Yeah.
doing back days, I felt like my mid back got better. And I never trained like that
It's
before.
effective
And I
training.
feel like when me and Kenny were maybe just training by ourselves, we were pushing each other, but it wasn't to our maximum potential of
Mhm.
exertion, you know?
Yeah.
And Mike just took us there and then like took us over the edge too, though, you know? But yeah, it was good. I liked it.
It is
Yeah.
effective training.
But I
It
noticed I
does
have
work.
a hard time doing that on my own. Like, you know, I can't go in there and just branch
Well,
warn it
typically
out, you
that
know?
type of training
You
usually
need a trainer.
has training partners, yes,
Yeah, for
because
sure.
you need the guy to spot to pull that up so you can do the negative and then he kind of helps it
Yeah,
back up, do the negative.
yeah,
That's the whole purpose of that, right?
yeah,
That's why you kind of need it.
for sure.
That was
Yeah.
like a
So,
generation before, a thing. It was a
uh-huh.
big thing before because
Mhm.
I
And Mike comes from
remember,
that generation.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mike does. Mongo and Joe Tong used to
Yep.
really do that as well too.
Dude,
Really
he was
on the
Yeah.
huge,
negatives.
dude.
Yeah,
Mongo. He was
yeah,
gigantic before.
Yeah, Ernie. Yeah, we had him on the show.
Yeah. Oh, no
So,
way.
yeah.
yeah, we had him on
Oh,
the show.
sick. Yeah. No, he's a super
Yeah.
cool guy. And I like how, dude, like even him, like look how he trains now.
Yep.
Super
Yeah,
Functional.
functional,
fuck, I
Yep.
just
lots of
talked to him.
cardio. I seen him sprinting on a treadmill. I was like,
I just
damn.
talked to him the other day.
Yeah.
So he's down. I think he's down to like was he 185 or something?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my
I
god.
bet he could sprint and catch somebody now better than he
Yeah,
could 20 years ago.
Yep. When
You
he
know what I
was
mean?
when he was on the police force.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, I
yeah. He said
guarantee.
he's been using the salt treadmill or whatever, and then he said he had 20 miles. He said
Yeah.
the sprint.
And then there's
I was
that other
like,
guy too. I
pretty good.
seen him like local guy. Speaking of like local fitness stuff, but fuck, I don't know his name. It's Fit something, but it's like he has this truck.
Key Fitness.
Yeah.
That's who
Oh,
Mongo trains
Key.
with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes,
Key.
dude,
Key.
and that dude like has a truck and it has everything you need in it.
Yeah, he just
And you just
started
go to
that.
a parking lot and it's like that's kind of smart, dude. Just you know what I mean? To
Right.
like you don't really need a space to rent. You just have this
I mean,
truck,
yeah,
you
he's a
know?
smart guy, but I remember seeing him in 24-hour fitness when I was on my come up training some guys, and he tried to poach my clients, saying like, "Oh, why are you gonna train with her?" Like,
That's not cool, man.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
him and I had a little incident too, anyway. But I mean, it wasn't about that, but it was a whole different story. But and Ernie was there too.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. I mean, he does. I don't know. Whatever. He's doing his thing. Does a little sales
Key
pitch, I guess,
Fitness
kind of.
3000.
I mean,
Key
it's all
Fitness
good.
3000.
Whatever. I
Yeah.
ain't got no problems with him.
Yeah.
But he started his little truck thing and right on.
Yeah, right on. I mean, he's doing well,
We started his little
obviously.
truck
I'm like,
thing
whatever.
right
Hey man, whatever.
on.
But to each his own, dude.
Yeah,
Whatever.
right.
And I
Yeah.
hope it's successful, dude. Like I
Yeah.
totally do. I mean, that's great. Like I don't think anybody else is doing it here.
Yeah.
I don't
But I
see
mean, it's not
anybody
like you
else
could
doing it.
train for a show,
I
like, you know
see
what I
that's
mean?
the
In the
thing.
truck. You
Like,
know what I mean?
No,
Like,
it's like
contest prep is so different
yeah.
from
yeah,
exercising to look
yes.
Yeah.
good.
If
Well,
you're,
that thing is
Contest
like
prep is
families and
night
stuff
and
will
day.
do it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's like, oh, families go do
That's
it and
good if
all
like,
kinds of stuff,
yeah,
right?
like if a workplace was like, we're going to have a fit Saturday. So we're going to rent this truck. we're gonna meet in this parking lot. Like
Yeah.
it's good for that kind of stuff. I
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah, you could totally do that.
Yeah.
Like somebody's business. There's like 20
Yeah.
employees. Hey, let's go do the truck
Yeah.
thing.
Hey, we're trying to promote fitness. You guys
Yeah.
are all fat. Let's go. We gotta do this shit.
That's
Yeah.
right. You
Right.
could.
Yeah.
And it'd be fun to do.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a great idea.
For those of you guys who are looking for a new business concept, get a truck,
Get a truck.
get a van,
Well,
or whatever.
that truck is really set up though.
Yeah,
That's
his
very
truck
good.
has
That's a
a
very
lot of stuff
custom.
in it.
Cable machines and
Like it's not just like a picked up. People are thinking maybe it's a pickup truck. No, this thing is like, I guess like the doors open up and there's got all the things on the
It's
side,
like a food truck.
and it looks like a
weights.
big food truck. But the sliding doors, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I gotta ask Ernie where he got it from and stuff because I'm like that thing's customed out, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's
And you
pretty
can
cool.
go to a company and be like, company, bonding over
Yeah.
cardio and doing some
Yeah.
Right.
CrossFit in the
Then order some
For
pizza
sure.
after. Yeah.
CrossFit in the parking lot at lunch, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's all cardio based training, right? It's
Yeah.
not so much strength training, that stuff. It's all mainly cardio based. So
See,
again,
that's the next
you're
thing.
not.
We need the Iron Hawaiian Fitness truck. If you don't want to come to the gym, you can
IHF
pay twice. You can pay
truck.
twice as much, and we'll come to you. Yeah.
We can, yeah. I mean, hey, that could be something. I don't know. We'll put a whole bunch of metal on that thing.
Right.
Drop it.
Yeah.
We'll drive weights to you guys.
I know that the thing. Well, dude, that's the thing. It must be heavy as fuck. Like, what is the
Yeah.
registration for that? Because that goes by weight, right?
Well, you
Well,
don't
you weigh
load
it
it up.
empty.
You weigh it empty, right?
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you're
Makes
not.
sense.
Your weight on there is the weight of the truck without anything in it.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah. You're not weighing it with everything in it.
So when you go get the registration the next year, then I mean, they just go by that first weight that you
Yep.
had.
They just
Okay.
keep that weight. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't have you weigh it again.
No.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
go
You-
by
yeah.
whatever manufacturer weight is. That's what they go by. So
Interesting.
yeah, that's how it is. So if you customize a truck and you
Yeah.
make it all crazy and you add all this stuff to it, it doesn't change your weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
For
if
sure.
on your registration, it's still going to be the same weight.
Yeah.
So technically, you're breaking the law. I guess you're breaking the rules.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Bending them a little bit.
Yeah,
No, but I think that's mad corny though. Getting back to what you said, like when people try and headhunt. Each
Yeah,
other's
when was
clients,
that, Mel?
you
That
know
was
what
a
I mean?
while ago.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A while ago when I was helping some boys out at 24-hour fitness. I'm not gonna
Oh
say
no,
names, but
yeah, because he
when
used to train there a
he
lot.
used to
That's where
train
I
there a
met him.
lot. Yeah.
Yes.
And he saw me posing the boys, and then another occasion he questioned them, so they told me what the conversation was about. I was like, I don't know, up to you. He looks that way. I mean, that's great if you want to go with him. I don't care. Like whatever.
Well,
Was he-
he's
was he
just
a
small.
bodybuilder,
He would no,
competitor?
he's just small and ripped.
He was
He was a
small and
bodybuilder,
ripped,
though?
and he tried.
Small. Well,
One,
he did
he
the
tried a
he
couple
did
of
the
times.
WBB or what is it? WBB.
WBFF. Yes,
WBFF.
he
Yeah.
tried that, but before that, I think he stepped on an NPC stage, and kind of when men's physique first started out.
He said he was natty, right? I think that was his thing, natty.
Mel's face.
Neither confirmed nor denied. I'm
I
just
can't
saying that was his
confirm or
thing.
deny, but
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was his thing. So
See, I didn't see him back then, so I don't know. But yeah, but that's the thing is like if you're showing somebody posing, like you've actually done shows and posed and worked with bodybuilding coaches who have taught you posing, and you know what I mean. Like that's why I don't get when people like just my thought process goes like if I'm gonna get a posing coach, like how much posing have you done? You know what I mean? Like what poses have you done? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like why would I go with this random dude who comes up to me and then like he has done one show. You know what I mean? Probably his posing sucked too then. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, because who kills it unless you're like really into bodybuilding and you've been practicing your whole life and looking in the mirror and doing all this stuff and flowing and then like who goes and kills a bodybuilding routine, their first routine, you know what I mean? In their first show as an amateur. Probably not very many, you know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it depends, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of top trainers that like. I mean, we've talked about this before.
Yes, totally.
There's top trainers
Yeah,
that have
top
never
trainers.
competed in bodybuilding.
Yes.
There's top guys who pose who have never posed or competed in bodybuilding, and they have a lot of professional clients.
Yeah.
So it's like
knowledge. Yeah.
it obviously they know what they're doing. I mean, they have all these people
Yeah.
that they brought to
Do you think that
top
they're
stages.
Do you think like say like for instance like Hani Rambod, like is
Yeah.
he really that good of a trainer,
I
or is he
I
just
don't know.
a good drug dealer?
I don't know
You know what
either
I
of
mean?
those.
Oh.
I don't know either of those.
Yeah.
But that right there, he's taken, in the last, say, 20 years, right? He's taken the biggest guys.
Yeah,
He's had the biggest names in
for sure.
bodybuilding.
At one point, he had the men's physique Mr. Olympia,
Yeah.
Jeremy Buendia. He had was he training Chris Bumstead? He was at one point.
I think.
He was
Phil
training,
Heath,
Yeah,
dude,
Phil
Phil
Heath.
and
Heath.
he
Yeah,
had Phil
Phil
Heath,
Heath.
so he had
And
classic
he had
Jeremy Buendia.
Ramy. He
Big
had
For a little
Ramy.
while,
big
he had
Ramy
Big
for a
Ramy
little
Whatever
for a
happened
little
while.
to
while.
him? Did he still?
Oh well, I think just who knows, medical issues. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
probably.
but anyway,
He's huge.
again, see, that's a guy.
Yeah.
Hanny Rambod
But then a lot of times
had the
too, like,
best
like
guys.
these coaches sometimes, like, like I think like say if you've been a pro and you've been competing and then all of a sudden Hanny's your coach, you came to him in a
Already
state
polished.
already polished and he's just tweaking little things.
Hmm.
It's kind of like even like say I helped Mike's client with posing. Like he already knew how to pose. I didn't need to teach him. I just sprinkled little things in there to make him think. You know what I
Well,
mean?
let me
It's
ask
like,
ask you this, man. Like, so if you're a pro,
yeah,
you made it to the pro level, you're pretty damn good. Like, yeah, because you made it, you're pro. And you can get better, right?
yeah,
But you're good, you got genetics, all this stuff. And then here's this guy who isn't really well known. He is a trainer. Maybe he's trained some national level guys, maybe has one or two pros, but he knows his shit, right?
yeah,
And he's like, hey, and he's trying to talk to you.
yeah.
And then here's another guy who has never competed, but has a lot of money, is well connected, knows the top NPC people, knows the top IFBB people,
Yeah.
is
Who would you
is
go with?
buddies with them, and is also a trainer. And is a good, is a
Yeah.
trainer and has his own
Knows all
ideas
the
of training
judges.
and can get anything that you would want on any given day of the week, no problem. I don't know who you gonna go with, bro.
I'd probably go with that second choice, just if you're a pro and you're trying to do good, you know what I mean? Because I mean, I feel like we said, bodybuilding sometimes can be like the WWE. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't know if we said that,
And I'm not gonna take
but
away,
I would go with the guy who has
right?
all the connections, who knows
Right.
the
Because
judges, who's friends with all.
guess
Yeah,
guess what? That
yeah,
guy who has all those connections, he's gonna know how to peak you because guess what? He's got all those connections.
true.
So if he has questions,
You
he
can just
asks
ask somebody.
those other guys who already know and who've already done it. And he
Yes.
guess what? He's friends with some of these other guys who have won Olympias already.
Yeah.
So he can find out already. And he has all the information. So he can
Yeah.
relay that to you.
Yeah.
So that's it right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
it trickles down.
Definitely.
So
Yeah.
so it's unfortunate because some other guys are really good and they
Yeah.
know their shit, but they don't have the name and they're not connected like that.
Yeah, for sure. See,
You
I'm the
know?
kind of guy where like I like if I was with a coach already that was like that, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? That first choice, not well connected, but really knowledgeable, knows his shit, can get you in good shape.
Yeah.
Like I'm the kind of person that would just stick with that person. We try and grow together. You know what I mean? Come up. You know what I mean? But like some people, they're opportunists and they would definitely go that route because they just care about the end result. But
Oh
to
yeah.
me, the journey matters too. You know what I mean? And I want to be on that journey with people who are down with me, who have my back, who aren't just gonna ditch me when I don't win shows. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like that to me matters more than the big name. And then as soon as you kind of aren't doing good, they just brush you off to the side for the next guy who's doing better than you. You know what I mean? Like, so I think genuine connections in the sport of bodybuilding, like if you can build those, that matters more than just making these random connections with people who just like you because there's an opportunity there for whatever it may be. And then you're, just off
Well,
to the
yeah,
side. You know what I mean?
I guess in a sense, but then that bodybuilder who's choosing that guy is also taking his opportunity from that guy, right? That guy is offering him an opportunity just like he's gonna make the trainer look good too, right?
Yeah. I
They're
mean,
both
if it
they're both
can't,
kind of helping each other,
yeah,
right?
for sure.
Because this guy knows like, hey, I got a physique that could win Mr. Olympia,
Yeah.
and this guy
Has the
can help me get there,
connections.
and he's got the connections. We're helping each other,
Yeah, for sure.
so it goes both ways,
Well,
right?
at the
Yeah.
same time, with bodybuilding, you only have a small window of competition,
Yes,
like a small window that you can run it hard for.
five,
I
10
need to
years.
hire the guy that's gonna get me there faster so I can maintain to stay in competition for a good amount of years,
Mhm.
compound off of that,
Right?
and then ride off into the sunset.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I guess there's different like
yeah. There's different ways of looking
opinions and
at it.
different ways of looking at it.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm
yeah,
more of like we're riding or dying. You know what I mean? Like
I mean,
together.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
like
I'm that kind of
as
person.
far as like loyalty, I understand that completely
Yeah.
because some of my few people that I do help, on their come up, you know. If they outgrew me, well, that's understandable. That's
Yeah.
fine. But as far as loyalty, because maybe I didn't give them enough attention, I don't know, whatever's. Um, yeah, I'm pretty big on that as well too.
Yeah, for sure. Like if yeah, like say if my coach, like I'm not saying that that's what you did, but if my coach, which I want to like, if my coach wasn't giving me the attention I felt that I
Right.
deserved, you know what I mean? And I went elsewhere, like then that's to me, that's totally acceptable. But if like your coach is like doing all he can for you, he's giving you all this stuff, he's like, I don't like, you know, he's going out on a limb for you. He's calling in sick to work so he can go to your show and go to the morning show and like all this stuff, you know what I mean? To me, that stuff really matters. And like
Mm,
in the long run, bodybuilding is so temporary, you know, and connections and true, genuine people, they last a
mm,
lifetime, you know. So I don't
mm.
know. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Mel made a good point too, though. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
You only
short
have a
window.
window of time.
It's a
Yeah,
small window,
it's
and
a small
Totally.
window.
you ain't
Yeah,
messing around. You got
for
to
sure.
get in there, get up
I
there,
feel like
and
bodybuilding though, you have a lot more time. You know what I mean? There's older bodybuilders because it takes time to get that big. You know what I mean?
well,
Whereas
it
like
takes time,
I
but
felt
when
like
you're
men's physique,
there,
you have an even shorter window. You know what I mean? Because they don't want to see some fucking old dude winning Mr.
Yeah.
Olympia. You know what I mean? Like Ryan Terry is probably, I don't even know how old he is. He's probably the oldest Mr. Olympia. You know what I mean? All these other dudes were in their
But as far as
20s and
having bodybuilding time, the window is still might be longer, but it's still small
yeah.
mm,
as far as making it a name and a
And in
career
your
for yourself
prime and like,
and
yeah,
having your
and your skin
prime.
not looking
Yeah,
all weird and
absolutely.
kind of gross. And yeah, for sure.
yeah, it's yeah.
What is that? Is that just
So
old skin when guys get older? And have they dieted too much and the elasticity is gone? Or, I mean,
Collagen, all of it,
the
all of the
collagen
above.
breakdown, yeah,
Yeah.
as
yeah,
you age,
yeah,
your collagen does break down in your
yeah,
skin.
for sure.
And so, yeah, that's why you see older people, right? Their skin is like transparent almost
Yeah,
Leather.
sometimes
yeah.
over here on their hands, especially.
It's real thin and kind
It's
of,
very thin, yeah, because all of
yeah.
that collagen breaks down over time.
Oh man.
But that's also you can take care of yourself
Yeah, that
and
it's true. Yeah, for
and
sure.
prevent most of that, like for
Yeah,
sure. I've seen some older people that have great skin.
yeah,
So,
definitely. I
you know,
think genetics too play into that, man.
genetics
Yeah,
for sure. Also,
yeah, for sure.
there's a lot of factors, yeah. So taking care of your health is the biggest one, right? Just
Yeah, be healthy.
yeah, man. That's it.
Jed,
Be
did we have
healthy.
any questions
Oh
from last
no,
week's?
I'm good. We
No,
don't have any questions
did
this
we
week.
have any?
We don't have any.
Oh, gay.
Mhm.
It's over it. All right. Well, that's good for this week.
Yep.
Is it?
Right on. Yeah.
Yeah, good talk. Good
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for joining us this time, everybody. And we will see you next time on Paradise Pump. Aloha.